Let's talk about KeyBank. Particularly, I want to talk to you about KeyBank personal loans and lines of credit. And in today's conversation, I want to share with you the top 5 hacks for a successful application and super fast approval. Don't you go anywhere. You're going to love today's conversation. I guarantee it. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sort of Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to emphasize KeyBank personal loans and lines of credit. And I want to share with you the top 5 hacks for successful application and super fast approval. First of all, let me just give you an overview of KeyBank. So when you think about KeyBank, this is what we call a second tier bank. Okay, so you have the first 4 in the top tier of American banks. You have a Bank of America, Chase, Citibank, Wells Fargo. Okay, and then you have the second tier bank and the second tier banks, and KeyBank is part of that. So KeyBank actually has, I would say, a regional footprint. They are in Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, Pennsylvania, New York, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Vermont, Maine, Colorado, Idaho, Utah, Washington State, Oregon, and Arkansas. So it's very important to have a clear idea. So if you are in those states, KeyBank could be actually appealing to you, okay? And usually their loans and lines of credit, especially their loans, they actually have a maturity date that goes from 12 months to 60 months. So we are looking at 1 year to 5 years, okay? And the loan amounts can actually go all the way to $25,000, in some cases $50,000. Okay, but you got to have a strong relationship with them to get those high loan amounts. I mean, with KeyBank, one thing we have seen, and we have been analyzing this bank for the last 20 years, they are very personal. In other words, they like to have a personal rapport with you, establish a personal rapport. So it's always better to go to a branch if you want to apply, talk to a rep, be very nice and all, bring your documents and make sure that you can get a loan you need and deserve. So to apply, you must be 18 years of age or older. You need to live within the following states. I just give them to you. I'm going to give them again. Arkansas. Okay. We have Colorado, Connecticut, Idaho, Indiana, Maine, Massachusetts, Michigan, New York, Ohio, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Utah, Vermont, or Washington State. Okay, you need to provide additional personal and business information if requested, such as tax returns and financial statements. You need to actually certify that all information submitted in the application is true and correct, and you need to authorize the bank and or a credit bureau to investigate the information on the application. And now I want to give you a winner strategy. So when we talk about, we are still in the context of KeyBank personal loans and lines of credit. I want to share with you a winner strategy. Now, the reason you want to go with, you might want to borrow from KeyBank is that the bank is constantly kicking ass, in our view. They are innovating. They actually have a very competitive interest rates. This is really great. And interest rates on all of the credit products, from loans to lines of credits to credit cards, okay? With KeyBank, they also have tools that allow you to keep track of your finances more easily, okay? And not only in terms of giving you a loan that can help you consolidate your other loans, but also have the tools, and their app is fantastic. You have fast and easy access to your money, okay? This is one of the rare banks that we have studied that actually gives you your cash and actually disperse your cash really fast. I mean, you know, the big banks are generally lethargic when it comes to approving you. They're generally slow, but KeyBank is very nimble. We love that. You have a secure online and mobile banking, and we love the fact that they have a US-based 24/7 customer service. Fantastic, okay? And on top of that, you also have the Key Financial Wellness Review. I was telling you earlier that KeyBank is kicking ass. They are really making sure that their clients, their customers, or their account holders, they have access to all the tools they need. Okay, so in just 30 minutes for this financial wellness review, in just 30 minutes, an experienced banker will help you see more about your financial situation. They'll help you see where your finances stand and show you how to reach your financial goals. And that, for that, I was telling you earlier, they are very personal. So you need to schedule an appointment at a branch. Okay, but overall, when you think about a KeyBank personal loan, you can get a loan for debt consolidation, for example, because KeyBank has very competitive rates, right? So you can find a lower rate, you can pay fewer bills each month, you can shorten your repayment term, you can set a budget, which is really important, and you can, along the way, you can actually work on your credit score. So the bottom line is you need to determine which loan type is right for you, because KeyBank has, and you will see this very soon, KeyBank has a variety of programs, but you need to make sure the credit product you're applying for actually matches your spending patterns and your financial situation. Because it's not about just randomly choosing a product. You better make sure that it fits within your budget and it really solves the problem. It solves the pain point you were trying to solve in the first place. Now let me give you an approach here, and I'm here going to share with you the 5 hacks. Okay, so the approach. Let's first start with KeyBank personal loan. So this is a loan that is really, really great. I'm telling you, this is great. Why? Because the loan actually, the minimum amount is $5,000, and the maximum here is $50,000. Okay, and if you, of course, you got to have an existing relationship with the bank. Okay, and you can, in terms of tenor of the loan, the term, up to 84 months. This is really good, because usually banks are really skittish about extending loans that go beyond 5 years. You always see like 60 months, 5 years, but KeyBank is comfortable enough to say, you know what, I'll extend this to 84 months. So this is really good. And we are talking about an unsecured loan anyway, by the way. They're not charging you any origination fee, which is really good. And this loan being unsecured, you don't have to pledge collateral either. Okay, and the interest rate is fixed, so you can actually use this personal loan for a lot of things. So here are the hacks I want you to remember. Make sure that you are comfortable with the terms. 84 months is the maximum, but maybe 84 months is not what is good for you. Maybe 60 months is good for you, or 48 months. Think about that. Hack number 1. Hack number 2, make sure that you don't actually pledge any collateral, because they have a secured personal loan also, but this particular loan is unsecured, and make sure you don't pledge collateral you don't want to pledge. Be very careful about that. Okay, and make sure that you ask them if you can get your funds within the next day. So KeyBank is really fast in disbursing loan proceeds. So ask them if you can receive your funds within 24 to 48 hours. You want to simulate some kind of urgency. Okay. Number 3, that's that. Number 4, please make sure that you sign your loan documents, and make sure that you actually pay attention. You got to read the fine prints. Okay. Read the fine prints, or if you have problems understanding, go to a branch and have a rep explain everything to you. And hack number 5, make sure that you manage your loan online. Okay, you can use mobile banking, you can use your loan, you can use the online banking, but the thing is, you want to automate the loan payments. So maybe the loan payments is coming from another KeyBank checking accounts, right? So you need to automate those things so that you actually don't have accidentally forget to repay KeyBank. Nobody wants to be in that situation anyway. I want to talk to you now about the KeyBank preferred line of credit. And here also I want to share with you the 5 hacks you need to pay attention to. Now, when we think about this KeyBank preferred line of credit, it is kind of cool. The maximum amount is $25,000 though, not 50. Okay, so whether you are KeyBank clients or not, you are capped. The amount is capped at 25 grand for this preferred line of credit. And the loan amount, and it goes from $2,000 to $25,000. Okay, and one thing I want to say is what we love with this line of credit is that KeyBank is very flexible when it comes to the uses of loan proceeds. They don't track you. They don't actually ask you to do this. No. They're very flexible. You can use the cash for unexpected expenses. If you need overdraft protection or you need short-term financing for large purchases, this is really good. And this, for the preferred line of credit, one thing we have seen after analyzing the top 10 banks in the United States, we see that the interest rate on your line of credit is typically lower than most credit cards, and it's easy to access funds in online and mobile banking. Okay, so this is really good. And one thing I want you to pay attention to now, I'm going to share with you the top 5 hacks that you need to do to get the best out of this product. Okay, and this is kind of similar to the features you should look for. First, you want to negotiate a very competitive interest rate. Do not accept the first interest rate KeyBank gives you. You want to go back to a branch. You want to tell them, hey, listen, they gave you probably 11%. Come back with 7%. Tell them, listen, I believe in my situation, whatever, I deserve a 7% APR. You know, the cool thing is they might say, you know what, this is outrageously low, but guess what? They will give you probably something in between, 8%, 9%, 10%, which is better anyway for you when you compare that to the first APR they give you. So first hack, negotiate. Second hack, do not pledge collateral. Again, here we are speaking about a strictly unsecured personal line of credit. Okay, do not pledge collateral. Hack number 3, make sure that you run the numbers. Run the numbers first. You want to borrow up to your loan amount, repay and borrow again, but you want to make sure that you can afford the repayment process. Okay. Hack number 4, make sure that you remember that you can use this line of credit to protect yourself against overdraft. Okay, do not forget this. This is one of the reasons why you might want to have it, and because so that if something is happening in your checking account, you can actually cover it. And number 5, please allow yourself to have flexible payment options, including automatic payments. Very important. I want to talk to you now about the KeyBank secured personal loan. Keep in mind, I just emphasized the secured personal loan. Okay, so this loan is kind of cool. You know why? Because basically the assets you're buying with the loan is going to serve as collateral to the loan itself. So if you're planning to purchase a jet ski, snowmobile, ATV, or tractor, get approved for a KeyBank secured personal loan before you shop, so you can save money by negotiating like a cash buyer. And that's the key word here. You want to be in a position where you are seen as a cash buyer. Okay, and here the loan can go all the way to $100,000. Okay, so KeyBank has some flexibility here. The minimum loan amount is $5,000, maximum $100,000. Even though we have seen a client of ours 6 months ago close on a KeyBank personal loan, secure personal loan, for $150,000. Yeah, so everything is possible. Everything is possible. Okay, now here are the 5 hacks that you need to remember, and those are kind of similar to the features that you can get with this credit product. Make sure that you ask them if you can get the money the same day. Okay, make sure that in your negotiation with KeyBank, make sure that you actually, first of all, if you've done the legwork already, you have been pre-approved, right? So things go real fast. So make sure you can get the cash within 1 day. Number 2, please preserve your cash and secure your loan with a KeyBank CD, savings, or investment accounts. This is why I will talk to you later on about the importance of MPR, of KeyBank multi-product relationship. Having a relationship with KeyBank, having a rapport with KeyBank, if they're going to be your financier, you better have a good relationship with them. Okay, hack number 2. Hack number 3, make sure that you negotiate great interest rates and extended term options. That negotiation should take place before you buy the property, before you buy the assets. And hack number 4, please, KeyBank is going to give you a series of repayment plans. You want to choose one. You want to choose the best one for you. This is very important because it is going to affect your budgetary considerations, your budget, okay, your cash inflows and cash outflows. And hack number 5, you want to do a lot of stuff in online banking or mobile banking, so that you always are on top when it comes to your personal loans and lines of credit. So you can access your loan statements, you can check your balance, and make payments in online banking. Very important. I want to talk to you now about KeyBank Basic Credit Line. So this is basically the Key Basic Credit Line, okay? And this is a great credit line. Now the only thing here is that this line of credit is unsecured. Remember the last one was secured, but this one is unsecured, and the amount goes from $250 to $5,000. But the cool thing is, hey, listen, if you don't qualify for the preferred line of credit, you can qualify for the Key Basic Credit Line. Okay, this is money is money. Okay, money is money. So this product is interesting because KeyBank is trying to target folks who don't need a large amount, folks who have a rocky credit history. Okay, and this is a revolving credit line that helps you make purchases, pay bills, or set up overdraft protection so you are prepared for what comes up, right? So so here are the hacks that you need to keep in mind to get the best out of this Key Basic Credit Line. Number one, make sure that you don't pledge any collateral. So during the discussion, if a rep is telling you to, a KeyBank rep is telling you to post collateral, no, tell them no. Hack number two, you want to borrow up to your loan amounts, and you want to make sure the loan amount that you pay, the loan amount that you have to pay every month is in sync with your budget. Very important. Okay, keep in mind, and this is hack number three, that you can use this money for overdraft protection with your KeyBank checking account. But you have to link those two. Okay, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go to a KeyBank branch and ask them to do that. Okay, and hack number four, make sure that you have flexible payment options, including automatic payments. So you have a clear idea where you stand in terms of your payments obligations, but also your personal savings goals. Very important. And hack number five, use mobile banking and e-banking to actually manage your account. Okay, you can access your loan statements, you can check your balance, and you can transfer funds with online banking. So this is really important, especially if you are trying to have a long-term relationship with KeyBank. It's important to manage this side of things, I would say, like a pro. Like a pro. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another session of the Awesome Sorty Kiwi Show. I want to talk to you now about the KeyBank Loan Assist Program. And as the name implies, this program is meant to help people who are having financial problems, okay? And one thing I want to say here is that we love that. We love that. So if you have had trouble building credit or need to reestablish your credit, this KeyBank Loan Assist Program could be the answer. So it is actually, it is a loan, okay? They just call it Loan Assist Program. It is a loan that actually, the loan amounts ranges from $500 to $3,500, okay? And you have up to 4 years, 48 months to repay the loan, okay? No collateral is required. And one thing I want to say here is that this loan is kind of cool because you are able to get access to an unsecured loan, but for a very low amount. Okay, so the KeyBank Loan Assist Program is the miniature version of the KeyBank Personal Loan, because the KeyBank Personal Loan, remember, the maximum loan amount is $50,000. So the KeyBank Loan Assist Program, the maximum amount here is $3,500. Okay, so here are the 5 hacks that you need to implement to make sure that you get the best out of this loan program. Number one, make sure that you choose a term that is below 48 months, and make sure that the term you have chosen is in sync with your budget. Very important, is in sync with your budget. Make sure that you also explain to the lender or the rep that you don't have collateral, you don't have to pledge collateral, because it says very clearly online that no collateral is required. Okay, and hack number 3, make sure that you build savings. I'm not asking you to have $10,000 in your account or $100,000 in your account if you're not there yet. But what I'm saying is you have to think of it as a movement. Okay, so hack number 3, build savings. Hack number 4, use the key financial wellness review. Okay. In other words, you actually access financial wellness tools. Okay. Those are really important. And hack number 5, make sure that you use this loan as an opportunity to build or rebuild credit. Very important. So what I'm trying to say is make on-time payments for a minimum of 12 months, for example, and you can establish and demonstrate a satisfactory credit history. Let me give you a few pro tips before we close to this conversation. So we have talked about KeyBank personal loans and lines of credit. Now I want to share a few gems. Now remember, loans and lines of credit are credit products, right? So you want to maintain a high FICO score. Oh yeah. Whether you are a KeyBank client or not, you still need to have a high FICO score. So right now, I want you to, after this show, I want you to go and check your FICO score to have a clear idea where you stand. Okay. Are you in the 300, are you in the 400, 500, 600 and whatnot? You can do this at annualcreditreport.com. You can also go to Credit Karma, or you can sign up for Credit Karma and Nerd Wallet and Wallet Hub, and all those services are for free, but they actually sell your data. But that's just what it is. So also think about beefing up your KeyBank relationship. I mean, we say this all the time on this show, but it is important. It is important. How do you expect KeyBank to give you $50,000 in loans if you have no relationship with them, or if you don't have a strong relationship with them? They want your money as much as you want theirs. Okay, so this is important. You also want to think about lowering your DTI, your debt to income ratio, which is basically your ability to have lower debt payments and have a higher income. So that's going to require some increase in income and some decrease in your debt payments. You want to do the same thing for your CUR. Now, for DTI and CUR, we want to maintain percentages around 35 to 30%. That's where the sweet spot is, okay? It's very important. So your CUR is your credit utilization ratio, and this kind of looks like they actually looks at your total credit card balances, the limits you have been afforded versus what you have spent so far. They use the same analogy on personal lines of credit, because this is also a revolving credit products, but most people use personal credit cards. And you also want to think about KeyBank credit products. How many products do you have right now? What I'm trying to say is your ability to be approved for an additional KeyBank personal loan or line of credit will depend on your current KeyBank card or loan count. How many do you currently have? Because they don't want you to start seeing you as a risk. Okay, very important. So you want to make sure that you always are within 3 to 5 credit products from KeyBank at once. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate that. I was just talking to you today about some hacks, but in general, we were just talking about the KeyBank personal loans and lines of credit, everything you need to understand. So as I give you an overview, and I give you a winner strategy, and I give you an approach you need to follow. And so we talked about the KeyBank personal loan, KeyBank preferred line of credit, KeyBank secured personal loan, KeyBank credit line, Key Basic credit line, and KeyBank loan assist program. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate that. I will speak to you another time, but until then, remember, stay marvelous.